This class is just a continuation of what we had yesterday. In yesterday's class, we were looking at the GARCH model, and we introduced and said that whenever we talk about the GARCH and ARC model, we are talking about volatility. We are trying to find out the movements, the fluctuations of a time series data. And we talked about ARC. We started by looking at ARC, and we said that ARC models tries to find out the effects of shock. And we proceeded and looked at GARCH models, and when we introduced GARCH, we introduced another concept of volatility. We introduced the concept of volatility. And if you remember, in yesterday's class, we were looking at one variable. We gave an example of Bitcoin. So you are looking at the effects of the previous shocks on the current volatility, and we are looking at the effects of the previous volatility on the current volatility. So we looked at GARCH and GARCH model of one particular variable. So what happens now if we want to compare two or more variables? Now we don't have Bitcoins alone. We want to compare Bitcoins and Ethereum. We want to compare the performance of maybe two banks, Cooperative Bank and KCB banks. How are the performance of their maybe shares, dividends over time? What are the correlations? How do they behave in case there is an economic changes? Is there any correlations between the two? So in such cases, that is when we come to week 7, and we learn about what we call multivariate GARCH models. And in this case, we shall be exploring the constant conditional correlation, and also we shall be looking at dynamic conditional correlation models. So we look at the introduction. So in previous class, we studied about GARCH and ARCH model, and it captures the time varying volatility in a single financial series. So like for example, you are looking at the volatility of Bitcoin, you can look at the volatility of stock prices of a particular company or the exchange rate. However, in real world finance, in the real world of finance and risk management, we are rarely concerned with just one asset in isolation. Our analysis often involves a portfolio. We want to look at a portfolio of assets. So the analysis often involves portfolio or cross-market linkages or risk spillovers. So in generally, in the market, you are looking at portfolios, a basket of assets, and then we want to see how does they behave. So for instance, we want to see how do two stocks indices move together. For instance, we want to see how does the stock of Safaricom and Equity behave at the same time. Or we want to do an oil prices and exchange rate. How are they connected? How is the volatility connected? Or we want to see how do cryptocurrencies move? How do they correlate with the stock market? So maybe we can take one crypto and one stock market asset, and then we compare the two. So you can see in real financial analysis, we look at a portfolio of assets. So to model such a relationship, we need what we call multivariate volatility models. We cannot now rely on ARC and GARCH models. We adopt what we call the multivariate volatility models. These are what we are calling the multivariate GARCH models. So they capture not only each single asset volatility, but they also tell us how their volatilities and correlations move together. This one is very important. So this model will tell us how does the volatilities and how does the correlations behave. So that is just an introduction, and then we move to the second section, why multivariate GARCH models, or why do we need M-GARCH models. So then we move to why multivariate GARCH models. We are saying when analyzing financial assets, portfolios, or risk spillovers, we are interested in three things. We usually find out three things. One, individual variance or individual volatility. So for instance, if we have two assets, like we had here Safaricom and Equity Bank, one, we want to see how does each of them behave, each individually. That is number one. Number two, we were interested about their covariance. How do these assets move together? For instance, in the case during elections in our country, how will the performance of Safaricom and Equity Bank shares behave for that particular year? Will they increase? Will they decrease? How will their earnings behave? How do these assets covary? How do they move together? Do they have a linear relationship? And the third one is time varying correlation. How co-movement changes over time. How do the co-movement change over time? That is, how will share prices of Safaricom and Equity change during crisis or such as COVID-19. So in this case, it captures the strength and the direction. Yeah. So we want to see the individual changes, individual volatility. We want to see the covariance. Do they move together? Then if they move together, how is that movement? Yeah. Do they increase in the same level? Is their magnitude of increase or decrease the same? Yeah. Do they move in the same direction? So we are interested in these three things whenever we are analyzing two or more variables volatility. So the univariate arc and GARCH model can only handle the first point, the individual volatility, and we saw that yesterday. That GARCH and arc model we only handle this first one. But to address all the three aspects, now we need what we are calling the multivariate GARCH, or what we are calling the M-GARCH models. So these models allows us allows us to measure how each asset's volatility change over time and how the correlations or the co-movement between them changes. If they are increasing, how is that increase? How is the decrease in performance or in volatility? So that is the reason as to why we need the multivariate GARCH models.